Welcome to Gerudo Fortress, Desert, and Spirit Temple Damageless, the 8th part of the Untouchable Hero achievement. I'm starting here in the last Gerudo Guard portion. The fight is identical all 4 times you do it, so I'll just show how I do it. I'll show two ways of doing it. Both start by getting a jump slash, and then the way that I like to do it is to turn your camera back and then talk to him. That way you can see when the Gerudo Guard drops, and just like the Dark Link fight, turn and stab, and we don't want to use our charges there. Turn and stab and do that 3 times. Really easy fight. And the other way of doing it, if you're moving too fast, you don't think about it, and you talk to him without turning around the camera. Just turn your system sound up and listen for the deku nut, and then it's the same fight. You'll see right there too, I couldn't see her, but I heard that I got the deku nut. And if you miss the deku nut, you just kind of want to run around until you get it, and kind of hope that she doesn't get too close. So that's why you really want to be facing backwards when you talk to him. I always turn around the camera, and it makes the fight a lot easier in my opinion. But this is one place that I have not actually lost a run to. Although I lost the speed run here by accidentally getting ISG using a different strat. Alright, and now for the actual desert. So I consider this part the hardest part in the game. Not this first part, but once the levers start spawning. It took me a while to get a strat that works for the levers. But really what you want to do is just backwalk. The issue with backwalking though is that you can't really backwalk until you get to the box in this area. So you still need to get through 2 to 3 spawns of levers. And I actually suggest going lensless for this, because it lets you see the levers spawn better. So if you don't know the path, you run down here to this little trough in the dunes, follow it through, and then go up to this sand dune right here, go on this between these 2 vertices, you want to go up here, and then we're gonna look at the texture in the ground and go to that 3rd white line right there, and that's about where the levers start spawning. And once you get to the 3rd line, you make a beeline for the box. So in the lever spawn, we're gonna do a quick spin, and that kills them in 1 hit. Oops. Yep, and that's why you want to be careful doing that. So where are we? Okay. So down to the trough. Follow it through. Up to this sand dune. And I should have done 2 quick spins right there. That was my issue. I tried to get away with 1. But really you want to do as many as it takes to stay safe. And once you're up on this trough, you're safe. Alright, so we're going to get our angle to those 2 flags right there. You can see the green button, the left side of the green button is between the two flags, so we have our angle right. Turn around, target, and back walk. And the levers will never hit us while we back walk. And we're through. So now in the Desert Colossus, we just want to back walk to the back. But the issue is because of this cutscene, Link has fallen in the sand. He's sunk in the sand. So we want to target and backflip until we're back in the desert. So this way, when we go to the next area, we're not sunk in the sand. Come in, immediately turn around, target, and start back walking. Hop 2 times to the right. That way we avoid that rock and we avoid the pillars over here. And we should be able to backwalk straight into the dungeon. So this works for me every time. The only thing you have to worry about is doing your quick spins properly before you actually get to the box. You saw me actually get hit to not doing that properly. I was just being greedy and hasty, so don't do that. Be careful, and as long as you get a quick spin, they will not hit you. So we made it all that way, and now we need to get through one more time to get back to the dungeon as young Link. And before going back to the dungeon, I come down here and restock on deku nuts. Alright, and right here, it's just another backwalk. We're going to try to run kind of for this little ledge over here because Link doesn't need to backflip to get onto the ledge. He just walks straight onto it. And if we pass that dune right there, that dune that's kind of going up onto the temple, you know you're kind of on the right path. If you're too parallel to the temple, you might wind up over there, and just be ready to backflip once you hit the wall right there. Alright, and now we're in Spirit Temple. This first part, just roll past, and actually, I'm pretty sure you can get hit by both of those because they both have hearts. I'll make a save state just in case there's an issue. Oh, interesting. So I've always... Maybe you have to be moving. No. Huh, interesting. That's always worked out for me. That's never been an issue for me. Interesting. So I've been hit by the pots a few times. And if they give a heart, I've actually been safe. So I don't know what the difference was this time. Getting hit by that. Alright, we'll avoid those pots like I showed you. Just do the forward roll to get past them. Alright, and this room is the scariest room in the game because you come in here blind and a keys could hit you. So just come in. Yep. And immediately drop your shield. And if he hits you, then you can come out and get him like that. If neither of them are coming towards you, you can kind of, when you come in the cameras like this, you want to immediately hit shield and then fix your camera. And if they aren't coming towards you, take a step forward and do that until you can kind of see where they are. far away. To avoid that floor trap, we can just climb up right there. Now I like to wind here, or not here, but get wind ready and pull a deku stick out here. You can also use dense fire, but I like to save the magic and get the chest down doing that. And then I use wind right here and get ready for the fight in the next room, which is a Stalfos for young Link. Oops, actually need the stick. And the Stalfos for young Link is kind of easy. I haven't lost to him. You just need to, it's just one. So the strategy is just to come in and basically spam deku nuts until either he falls off the edge or you hit him 3 times. And sometimes I go through all of my deku nuts before being able to hit him 3 times. Oops, I think we're too close. And there are more moving pots up here, so come here, block, and go into the next room. And with the Anubis, I like to pick up this pot and drop it like that. You do not want to use your sword or else it'll fire at you. So I'll show that here. If you use your sword at all, he attacks you like that. And if you use your dense fire quick enough, then you'll be invulnerable when the fire hits you, but he's only dangerous if you use your sword. I like to nut that keys and then immediately use our Favor's Wind to return to this portion right here. And there are deku nuts on this side, which is useful, and bombs in the other one if you need them. And this is the last spot in the game that we're going to use our sling for. And I don't really bother using the bomb choose here. Just wait until your brain kind of registers the 5th flash and throw the bomb. And I don't use bomb choose because I think the angle is a little awkward to get. And every time I try to use bomb choose, I wind up spawning the Lizalfos. And I just don't want to deal with that. This room too, kill the Beamos. I like to clear the room before actually solving it. Just so that we're not dealing with those guys. Use Din's Fire Bout right here. And that'll get both this torch and the other one. Wait till that bounces off the wall to pass, and then get the chest. The rest of this part is vanilla, pretty easy. I do like to climb up here and jump across so that we're not passing the floor traps anymore. Alright, and now to finish out young Link, store a stick slash, and then we want to get ready to start stabbing the iron knuckle. So I'll show you one thing that can go wrong. If you stab on the stand right there, you're going to get hit. So you want to stab, walk up right on his body, wait till he breaks the chair, and then you're completely safe to stab him 5 times. And then on this part, you just keep walking forward, and since you interrupt his swing every time you hit him, you're good to just hit 3 times and kill. So the iron knuckle fight is very easy. Just make sure that you move back up on him after the bounce. Alright, and now we are officially done with Young Link. Oh, wrong song. I will buy one more. Oops, I didn't even. Actually, no, I won't, because I didn't get Sun Song this playthrough. Because I can't be asked. So if you want, you can restock on your Deku Nuts once again before coming back. Although it's not too important with Adult Link right now. So same thing, shoot for the same spot. And just walk up here and enter the dungeon. Activate those 2 pots. I wonder if the difference was that it was Young Link. I know, I'm trying it again. Nope, I guess not. Okay, whatever. Forget about that. I like to come over here and grab magic. And I don't even bother with that Beamos right there. He's not a threat. As long as you actually do walk past him while he's not looking. And I like to wind in this room right here. Alright, there we go. And then do this from vanilla. Just not being greedy with these rocks. And so since the like spawns in this room, I like to get my ankle, come in, and before he can drop down, mash wind and teleport back. In this room, the like will spawn. So stand here until he does, hook shot to him, and roll past. Come up here, and there's an invisible floor master. So I do actually use Lens of Truth right here to see him. Not really necessary, but it's a little bit safer. And since you can't quick spin, I don't know if, okay, and since there's the 3 magic drops, we got them all. You can't quick spin with Lens of Truth on, or not the magic quick spin with the blue fire. So I turn it off after having Deku Nutted them and use the blue fire quick spin to kill them. And I like to set Pharaoh's Wind here too. Not totally necessary. You can just hop onto the floor and hookshot onto this torch up here to get back. But I don't want to deal with all the flying pots on the ground floor. So get your key, come back, and stand still once entering this room to let that go by. And in the next room, we're going to want to kill the Beamos, make sure not to accidentally jump off the edge, and then stand right here, and this Din's Fire will hit all 3 of the Anubis. You can see now we have 200 rupees again. And I did pick up the golden rupee from the Song of Storms grotto outside of Goron City. And I used Pharaoh's Wind there just to save a little bit of time. And I store a jump slash right here. So it's going to take 3 crouch stabs to kill him. Wait till he hits. If he does that, you can squeeze in 2 hits. Honestly, that was really greedy of me. I didn't even save state. You should only do the 2 hits like that if you've already hit him once and he's going to lose his armor. So don't actually do that. That was really greedy. Obviously you can if you feel comfortable doing it, but that was way more risk than I should have let myself take. Alright, no leg-legs in this room. We can get our key and move on. And in this next room, I like to bomb the 2 Beamos on the ground floor. I don't use bomb shoes here either because if you get an angle wrong, it could come back and hit you, and I don't want to do that. And I kill that Walchilla just in case. And then hookshot up to the top. And once I come up, I deku knight to stun the 2 Beamos and walk around, so I'm not going past the floor trap. Come in and deku knight all of these guys. You can recharge your magic on them. And oh geez, that's never happened to me before. Where's my last save state? Honestly, I didn't even know that was an issue. I didn't even know that could happen actually. And that's why it took me so long to get this achievement, because there was a lot of little things like that that I didn't know could happen. And you can, if you get your invincible frames, you can just go through them. You just roll through the floor traps right there. I wouldn't recommend it in an actual run, but if you're practicing, it's something fun to practice. Okay, let's not get hit by that this time. Just reviewing. Deku nut right here to get through. Alright, and after that, embarrassing loss. We can come back in here. Deku nut, Deku nut. I think it's because I always do quick spins normally. And I don't think they get... Yeah, I don't think quick spins activate them. No. Well, don't do that. Don't hit the door. And now the next room, I actually think is the hardest part of Adult Link because you get immediately accosted by jars, and if you're not ready for them, it's likely that they will hit you. So after opening the door, I like to get a Giant's Knife Jump Slash. Oops, and I need to pull out nuts. And once you hear those alphos, you can use your Deku Nut to stun him. And I like to use arrows to kill all these skulls right here. I don't know how necessary it is. I don't know that I've ever been hit by these in a casual run. But with all the random damage I wind up taking, I just don't want to take risks. So with the next Lizalfos 2, wait till you hear it, and then hit him with a Deku Nut, and a single crouch stab will take him out. So now coming back out to this room, the pots actually have respawned. So be ready to shield right there again. Hop down here, these pots will go high, and then shield this pot right here. And we're ready to go to the boss room. So get your jump slash. And it's going to take 5 hits. So this is what you should be doing. Just let them go. And then after the hits, run back and crouch stab. That's a safe way to do it. Don't do the 2 hits. Unless it's the last 2 hits. Alright, now Twin Rova is one I've never actually lost a run to. I've never been hit in practice either. But it is an aggravating boss because of the first phase. I'll make a save state just in case. The hardest part about this boss is not mashing fast forward. And phase 1 depends entirely on how much they want to cooperate with you. And if you're feeling unsure about whether or not you will be able to deflect the magic, then just run to the other side of the room. And I'll show that on the next attack. So if I stand right here, and you should keep your sound up so you know when they're charging. So fire's right behind me. I don't think I'll be able to get it. Just run. And if you think you need to, you can jump onto the floor too. Just move to stay safe. Alright, and it takes 4 hits, so that should be it. For part 2, don't fast forward too long through this. And we should still have our Giant's Knife Slash charged from earlier. Oops. Just hop over 1, 2, 3, and we're done. Alright, this was a little longer of a video because we went through Gerudo's Forest and Desert as well. And I did get hit once, a little embarrassingly, but once you get past the desert, the Spirit Temple itself isn't too bad. But the desert, I do think, is the hardest part of the game to get through Damageless, so good luck on that. See you in the next part.